It's your boy 10 Toes Down Gutter coming to you live with Reality Real Talk Podcast. Oh yeah, I got my co-host with me.
Nelson Shark Santiago. You know what's going on. Day by day, brick by brick, we building this shit up to the moon.
Yes, sir, Ski. So yo, what we bringing to you is we coming to you with original content building on real and reality situations in regards to family, community, mental health, sports, raising kids, and a lot and many more of the real nitty gritty shit out in this world.
He's not trying to bullshit. We're not here to bullshit you. We're gonna keep it all the way 100,000. Feel me?
So what's good though, bro?
So first days, nice little introduction. Now I mean, you gotta get to know me, Nelson, and my boy Gutter. Now, tell me, what made you even want to do the podcast in the first place, bro?
Yo, to be honest, first off, I want to say thank you. You know what I mean, for coming on this journey with me. You know what I'm saying? Since I met you and just been able to be around you, I gained a high level of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Your intelligence and just what you give, your energy and vibe, what you bring into the world. Respect. And I also want to give a big shout out to my guy, Big Pisker, Rue. You know what I mean?
The Big Pisker, Rue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but, he's behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
The evil genius behind the camera, man, making it all happen, making it all flow, making it all look professional, making it all happen. It takes a team at the end of the day. And we're happy to have him. And I'm happy that he invited me to the podcast. I'm excited for what we're going to bring to the table, honestly, because there's a lot of things in upstate New York that you guys don't know about, and we're gonna bring it to the light. We're gonna turn the city up with this podcast for sure. Facts. We're gonna have all types of hosts coming in, all types of guests. I mean, we're the hosts. All types of guests are gonna come in.
So yeah, like I said, and we just gonna be building on real and reality situations. But to back to your question, what made me want to actually do this is because podcast is something that became popular lately, and I just feel like I've been watching and seeing a lot of podcasters, and there's a lot of successful people out there off of them and from them. But I wanted to come with something different and original within the city to gain a worldwide audience. It's a lot of topics that day to day that we go through that we can touch on, and I feel like it's each one reach one till they teach one. So if we give you a jewel or some knowledge or wisdom, I feel like it'll just do somebody good,
A conversation can definitely change your life. So if we can somehow positively impact you guys, then that's what we're doing this for. At the end of the day, it's all positivity, and we want to push positivity in this community. At the end of the day, too much negative shit going on outside, so we're gonna give us the little different element. Know what I mean?
Facts. And this is just an introduction, but as we started off, I want to just touch on a few things right now. You know what I mean? We can start off with family, man. Like what do family mean to you? Like I know for me, family is everything.
Everything.
So, I got that vibe from you as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
everything. Got my mom tatted right here.
Absolutely. I got mine on my chest.
Gangster.
Right where my heart is at.
Gangster.
But I got 4 brothers. Mama Love, my mother and father, they separated. My mom is actually she remarried. My step pops Warren, we call him OG. They down south in Virginia. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm from, Norfolk. I've been up here for years. 518 is a part of me as well.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, to be honest, I have my own little family. I have 2 sons, 15 and 4.
Yes, sir.
But family is everything, man, at the end of the day. It's everything. You want to know
Everything.
why? Because at the end of the day, when you don't have nothing else, you should have family. You know, if you can't count on anyone else, friends, co-workers, you know, associates, you should be able to count on family, someone, you know. So how you feel about you know, family?
You hit it right on the nail when you said family is everything. Family is everything to me. Uh, I actually wasn't born out here in Albany, New York, just like you. I was born out there in Dominican Republic. So my family's like a bunch of immigrants. We came all the way over here to the Live 1-8 a couple, like 20 years ago, something like that. So we're kind of all over the place. We're pretty spread out. But my mom is also separated. She did not remarry yet. I hope she does, though. That sounded like a beautiful thing when you said your mom remarried.
Absolutely.
That was a beautiful thing. I hope that my mom can find love again, too, because she's going through it a little bit with the divorce. But as far as family, I have uncles up in New York City. One uncle specifically that was a pro boxer, and he's now at Gleason's gym. He's up there training people, training pros and things like that. Got a bunch of cousins up there.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, my siblings. I got a little sister, and a little brother. I don't got no kids of my own yet.
Okay.
So
you the oldest of your siblings?
I'm the oldest.
Okay. You the leader of the pack.
Yes, I am. And I actually got all the responsibility right now to lead the pack.
Absolutely, as you should.
As I should, and I'm loving it, every bit of it, every moment and every second of the new dynamic.
I just want to you know, touch on something else real quick, man, in regards to the family piece. So respectfully, my father wasn't really around. So me as a father, my mom did everything. I mean, you know, my father, I guess he did what he could, you know, but my mom did everything. I always said she was my father and mother because she played both roles, you know, up until a certain extent until, you know, I became a young man and just being around older guys, I always wanted to gain knowledge and wisdom. You know, my brain was like a sponge, just soaking it in, being around older, wiser guys. And now that I have my two boys, you know, I call them they young kings because I feel like all of us are kings, right? And what I'm giving to them is a lifestyle, not just materialistic shit, but a lifestyle, principles, morals, values, you know, to actually be there and raise them, guidance. You know what I'm saying? For the father that I am to them that I didn't have for me. You know, so that's huge. And if anybody know me, one thing they will say is, yo, he's a hell of a father. He's a great dad. Besides anything else. You know, and I can
vouch for that. And I can vouch for that ever since I've met you. I've seen you every day present in his son's life, in his corner, literally. I'm one of his trainers, but I've seen him support his son every single day and every step of the way, push him to be very great. And he's gonna be. He already is. As far as my father, I actually grew up with my father in my life. Him and my mom were married like 20-some years before he decided to crash out and leave and do something. The only difference is, even though he was around, he wasn't really much of a leader. He was just more just around to pay bills, I guess. You know what I mean? My mom was the one that was really like giving me the game as far as how to move outside and things like that. My mom, that's my rock. I ain't gonna lie, that's my heart right there.
Real MVP.
Real MVP. My mom's really that. Really, I couldn't have been blessed with a better mother. She done everything. She cooked 3 meals a day for me and for us. She did every single thing you could think of. She did that shit. She's a superwoman. It's insane. Women are really superheroes. For real.
Bro, mind you, I have 4 brothers, bro. I'm the middle child.
Imagine
second oldest.
Imagine that.
You know, a woman raising 4 boys is not easy.
Not at all.
You know, and she did the best she could. She raised some great men. You know, they all great fathers. Um, you know, like I said, man, we just coming to you with real life situations.
Yeah.
I also want to, move on as we, scroll down, man. I want to, skip to community. I always felt like in a community, it takes a village. Even when I was coming up, neighbors, friends of the family, anybody that had your best interest always did stuff in your best interest. Like you knew if you running around the neighborhood, like you can't do too much because Miss Pearl might tell auntie or uncle or, to keep you in line.
Word.
So, I always believe and am a firm believer of it takes a village in a community to raise the youth. It's a lot going on as far as peer pressure, no guidance, just being pulled to the streets if you don't have the proper community around you, especially coming from where you come from. Any community, any hood, any urban neighborhood, we already, I feel as though sometimes are being, prejudged or given less too, so community is huge to me. I try to do anything I can. I see little kids around the neighborhood, the ice cream truck come, these little kids, 7, 6, don't have no money. Come here, I'll get you an ice cream. You know what I mean? There's stuff like that. But
we all got to do our part at the end of the day, however we can. So the community, when I look at the community, I look at it as family in a certain way. You know why? Because let's say, we all in Albany right now, so we look at ourselves as a community, right? But if I was in another state, I don't know anybody in that state, and then I see somebody from Albany in that state, it's gonna feel like family. You get what I'm saying? So the community is another extension of family in a certain way. Just like if we were to go to another country, right? If we were to go to Europe or something like that, or Japan, like the Big Pisser, and he sees another American out there, it's gonna feel like what? Family. It's gonna feel like you have a connection to that person. So for a fact, the community, we gotta do our part. And one of the biggest things that I do is I like to train kids, and we train kids and we give them some discipline. Giving them what's that? What's the word I'm looking for? Structure, discipline, and confidence. That's what I want to give the kids. That's what boxing does. That's my little, piece that I give to the community whenever every chance that I get.
Giving back.
Fire. By
I like that. But yeah, so we basically just giving y'all keys to this life and journey that we about to have y'all come on with us, touching on different topics and just giving you, a little bit on that. Another one is mental health, which is huge. Men, women, kids, the elders, it doesn't matter. Family, check on your peoples. Check on their mental health. It costs you nothing to
pick up the phone and give them a call.
Text them, see if they're okay. Ask them how are they doing. Instead of, that's real talk when you can not check on someone for their well-being and mental health, but you can see if they have something for you. What? I'm just saying, check on your peoples. Single mothers, single fathers that have full custody of kids, these babies, check on your peoples. Cause it's real. People crashing out all the time. They doing things that they have no control of because they don't have the proper help for it.
Here's the reality on mental health. Because I have to build on what you just said. Here's the reality on mental health. You'll never know when somebody's going through something because it's not something physical. Everybody wears a smile. So mental health, you'll never know. So like he said, check on your people. It costs nothing to call, say, hey, how you doing? What you got going on? And just lend an ear and just listen. That's all it is. Some people just need somebody to listen to. A big example on that is I was at the store the other day and the cashier was talking to me a little bit longer than he had to. But I sat there and listened to him because it seemed like he didn't have anybody to speak to.
Maybe he was venting.
Maybe he was venting. He was just having a badass day. And honestly, I didn't care. But I was there for him because nobody else was.
Right.
So,
and to be honest, I was kind of blessed just through experience to be able to read body language. So I don't even have to know you, and I can tell 9 times out of 10 if something's wrong with you. You know, body language, you know, attitude, verbal communication. That's your body language. I was always told is 85%
of communication is nonverbal.
You know, so that's a huge piece right there. You know, you can see somebody, like you said, they can put on a smile. You know, they can. You know, I heard the most depressed people joke every day and crack a lot of jokes, whatever the case may be. But when the real come out and when you know, hitting the nerve, they break down. The real come out. You know what I mean? So it's real.
And
you know,
a lot of that mental health is people feeling alone, feeling stranded. You know, feeling like they can't lend a hand out. So just lend a hand out. It costs nothing to lend a hand out. It costs absolutely nothing. But just a couple minutes of your time to hear them out.
Facts. Even with kids too. You know, check on the kids, check on the babies. Like I said, their mental health is important as well. You know, ask them how are they feeling. You know, ask them are they okay. Us as men, and I know you can relate to this, bro. Us as men, which I know, speaking on I and for self, I was kind of taught crying make you weak, crying make you soft,
make you
tough.
Bitch.
You know what I mean? You a bitch. You know, stop crying. You know, but then as I gotten older and I learned, sometimes when you release them tears,
there's
you know,
strength in that.
You feel better. And it's nothing wrong with that. I tell my son all the time, you know, I know if he's hurt and upset and he cried, I tell him it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because he's letting out the frustration, the anger, that whatever he's going through, he has inside of him. The hurt, you know, and I think that's huge as well.
And that's a beautiful thing that he's giving them that safe space to cry, because guess what? He's not going to school and carrying that shit every day. He let it go right then and there in the situation, right then and there at that time. So an hour later, he's good and he's not thinking about that shit no more. Next day, he's going to school and he's good money.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
You know, and this go hand in hand with broken families. You know, as we touched on earlier, that, you know, my mother and father, they was divorced, so I wasn't really raised with my mother and father. I was raised by my mother. You know, I was raised by my aunt and uncle. You know, and that's also a village. You know, so broken families, I think it's important. You know, that the generation, it's a generational curse where, okay, I have kids and, you know, I'm not there for my kids, or I walk out on them, or I'm not being a man and stepping up, you know, and taking care of my responsibility. That's creating broken families, you know, which create trauma, which create anger. I know for me, when I got older and I sit back and I look back like, yo, my pop wasn't really here for me. I had a lot of anger and resentment in me for him until I got older. Then I was getting into church, and you got to learn to forgive and let go.
Swear to God.
But, you know, you can forgive, but you will never forget. you know? So it's a lot, man. But once again, the broken family piece, you just want to do everything you can to break that generational curse. Because I'm pretty sure if you go into history and your family history, somebody in your family,
That's what I was just about to get into.
you said your mom and father was divorced. You know what I mean?
That's what I was just about to get into, is that a lot of us are damaged, and some of us don't know it, and some of us do know it. But this is what I wanted to say. We're also being raised by people that were damaged. So my mom didn't have a mother and father. My father didn't have a mother and father. So how is he supposed to get it right on the first time? And how can I hold that against him? You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, that's no justification.
it's not a justification.
You know, it's no justification. You know, I agree.
Just a point of view. Just a point of view.
Facts.
Just a point of view.
Facts.
You feel me?
I respect it though, but I know for me, when I was looking at it, like, you know, I'm this way now today, that I told myself I'm gonna be a better man than my father. I'm gonna be a better father than my father was to me and my brothers. That's what I'm saying. So in other words, bro, when you meet the lady of your life and you decide to have a young, you know,
I'm ready.
You definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, because you experience something that you don't want to put your young through. And you're gonna be a great father. Facts. You know, you're gonna give them all the jewels, the wisdom, the knowledge that you instill, you know, your combat skills, you know what I mean? Like your talents.
Amen.
You feel me?
God bless.
But yeah, once again, I feel like, you know, broken families is a huge matter. Huge. So you'll also tap into that with different guests. Sports. We all love sports. We actually into sports right now.
Swear to God.
You know, which is boxing. You know, he's one of the coaches as well. Shout out to my guy Ty Tracks for the hitters.
Yes. Shout out Hitters Boxing Club.
We've been locked in with bro for years, at least like
Shout out Hitters Boxing
9
Club.
years. You know, and my son, man, I'm super proud of him. You know, he have probably about like 22 fights, man. And I have a young one coming up for. We call him Deuce, Braden King. And yo, when I tell you he's the chosen,
Yeah.
like he's the one,
Yeah.
you will see him in a few years, guarantee that. But my son BJ, the oldest though, you know, Kizzy, no cap. He's definitely talented, skillful, you know, and just blessed. You know,
That
it's
boy
in his
busy
DNA.
branded.
I used to box when I was young, believe it or not, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So it's still in my DNA. My older brother, Scrap Jones. Salute to you, King. I wanted to be like him, you know, and he's one of the, they call him the they call him the Prince of the 7 cities.
Oh,
the
true.
Prince of Norfolk.
God.
Cause yo, his left hook is mean. Mean. I'm talking about, bro, stretching niggas. You feel me? And yo, bro, I love him to death, bro.
Yeah.
And this is real, so I gotta be real.
Sure.
Yo, bro, he came in the boxing game. A lot of these dudes, bro, he fought what's my man name? He bro, it's gonna come to me, but bro, Andre Ward, he went to boxing camps with them in Michigan. Andre Bruner, you know what I mean? Bro, so many dudes. Lamont Peterson, that's his name. Lamont Peterson, he fought that nigga in the amateurs like 12 times. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt my heart because he didn't have the proper guidance when he was doing it. He was one of the skillfulest fighters in the city. Started when he was 16. And he got pulled away, gravitated to the streets, ended up doing a bid. First bid, 16, put him in prison around grown men. But the lesson behind that is God gave him a talent. So he was able to hold himself down. Because at 16, he was, you know, tried as an adult. So they put him in prison with killers.
Damn.
You know, robbers. The worst of the worst. And he came out on top. Salute to Scrap Jones again, because once again, man, my heart. But I say that to say this. I wanted to be like Big Bro when he was into this shit. You know what I mean?
Hell
So,
yeah.
yo, fam, believe it or not, I fought Gay Russell in the amateur. Word is born. Little motherfucker beat my ass, but I still fought him though. You know what I'm saying? He from you know.
It's a champion.
Yo, he's from down south, so you know them DC, Baltimore niggas, Maryland, bro. Them niggas is nice, bro.
Yeah.
Straight from the, the gutter. Don't get it twisted. Dudes up here too, but I wasn't really on it like that yet. But shout out to Gary Russell too, man. You know what I mean? I'll never forget that. You know,
Hell of an experience.
Hell of an experience.
Hell of
They
an
gave that
experience.
little motherfucker the biggest trophy that night. I was bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? And
He went up in weight. He went up in weight for that fight.
Nah, he didn't go up in weight, but they took the fight, and I was bigger than him.
Okay.
I was bigger than him in weight and height.
Okay.
Bro, he was literally 1 foot nothing compared to me at the time. And bro, he did his thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got mine, but you know, yeah, he got me though. You know what I mean? He got me. But yeah, man.
When it comes to that boxing, sorry to cut you off. When it comes to that boxing, man, I've been around that shit my whole life. My very first boxing event was a pro match. My uncle, Joan Guzman, 2-division champion at 126 and at 130. He's literally the most decorated boxer to come out of Dominican Republic. The most decorated boxer to come out of Dominican Republic. Pictures with the president out there, fought some crazy big names. And again, 2-time, 2-division world champion. And he's right there. He's a phone call away. Hopefully we can get him one time in for as a guest, I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, yo, RIP to Sweet Pete Whitaker. He from VA.
Sweet Pete's from VA?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. Some of the greats. Yo, I have my
Sweet
son. My son got one of the nicest defense games right now in amateur boxing. He's only 15.
Word is bomb.
And I used to have him watch a lot of Sweet Pete videos, man. I have a lot of respect for him. Great fighter. You know, he had a tragic death a few years ago. He got hit by a car. But yeah,
it's crazy
like I
you said
said,
Sweet
man,
Pea because my uncle actually trained with Sweet Pea. That's crazy you said Sweet Pea.
Wow.
My uncle trained with Sweet Pea, and he
Wow.
got trained by Floyd Mayweather's pops and his uncle, Roger. So that's dope that you said Sweet Pea. That was one of his favorite fighters.
that's fire.
Or
Fire.
I watched a lot of Sweet Pea back in the day. Or
Yeah, yo.
and he got robbed. He got robbed versus Oscar De La Hoya.
Facts. I agree.
Yo, he got
I
robbed
agree.
versus Oscar De La Hoya.
I agree. Yo, but we can, you know, this is hand in hand. This sports shit, boxing shit, because this is something we love.
What else? You into any other?
Oh
any
yeah,
other
you know,
sports? What you got? What you like?
basketball, you know, football.
Alright.
I'm gonna be yo. Listen, I always said, what? Listen, Norfolk itself have a lot of stars and a lot of talent that came from there. To be honest, I mean, don't get me wrong, everywhere do. You know what I mean? A lot of talent, especially from the 518. It's a lot of, especially in this boxing shit. You know, back to that. Dudes from you know, in the NBA, all sorts of stuff, bro. NFL.
Word is bomb.
But, bro, I say that to say this, right? It don't matter where you from. You know, I know when I was coming up, I always called myself a jack of all trades, all American. Bro, I played football, basketball. I did boxing. I played soccer. I played hockey.
Real deal
Auburn Hill.
athlete. Damn.
On
good.
Auburn Hill, I played hockey. I'm on ice skates like this, playing with the white boys. You know what I mean? Word. And it was a great
Yo.
experience, bro. I played baseball.
He out there with the white folks, man.
Man, listen.
It's a white boy sport, man.
We was young, so I always, when I used to watch the shit on TV,
Yeah.
I wanted to drop the gloves and straighten and shit. They wouldn't let us do it, though.
You was fighting? You used to fight?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. We was too young. But I used to see it, you know, like
On the
on,
pros?
on TV.
Yeah.
The Mighty Ducks and shit.
Yo,
you know
they
what I mean?
teeth be coming out all sorts. They
Listen,
be, they
man.
be punching their teeth out. I ain't
I
gonna
know
lie.
you have
Hockey's
to, yo,
tough.
I used to
Hockey's
practice.
tough.
I used to practice with one of my mans, like, yo, bro, he's on the ice skate. Like, yo, bro, let's act like we shaking. Grab his jersey, turn it up, start uppercut him and shit. But we never got a chance to get no action like that.
Nah, that's funny.
And when I couldn't really ice skate like that. I used to be busting my ass. You know what I'm saying? I was a good roller skater, though. I
Okay.
like rollerblades, dog. Word is one.
Word
The
of
regular
base.
skates, I ain't really fuck with like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Well, only type of skating I did was skateboard. I skateboarded a little
Yo,
bit.
you look like a Lupe Fiasco type nigga. kick, push.
Yeah, I played a little bit of
That's true,
skateboard.
though.
Yeah, I did a
That's
little bit of
true.
skateboard. I know how to
Tony
little-
Hawk's it.
Yeah, a little kick flip here and there. That's it though. I ain't really do much skating. I don't never rollerbladed for real.
What?
I think I'll bust my ass if I get on some rollerblades. Keep it 100.
What about regular skating?
Yeah. I mean, we live in upstate New York, so I did a little bit of like ice skating,
Yeah,
a little bit.
fact.
Know what I mean,
I wasn't, like I said, bro. I wasn't really a huge or too much on the ice skating. I did it, but it was bad.
the
bro.
fact that you tried to do hockey is fire.
Bro, I didn't
Fire.
try. I did. I
Fire.
played hockey, bro. And
Yo, you was on the
crazy.
team and all that? You was on
Was
the team?
not.
Did you score some shit?
Listen, no, I didn't.
All right,
You know what I'm saying?
all
I ain't gonna lie.
right.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. On everything I love, I still got the jersey in the closet in the crib right now.
Oh yeah.
I was blessed. I went to a hockey convention, bro. I think it was either Jersey or Newburgh, but I was able to get the autograph of the first Black American hockey player named Willie O'Reed. Got his autograph on the jersey. I got Wayne Gretzky autograph.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple other dudes who I ain't really know like that. But them two enough, someday that shit should be worth money.
Wow.
Willie O'Reed is the first Black African American hockey player. Look him up. Yeah. I got his autograph.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Gangster.
Albany, I think the team was called like the Albany, nah. It was like the Albany Arbor Hill Rangers or some shit like that. But they had the little River Rat logo on it, but you know, it wasn't the River Rats. It was for Arbor Hill. I used to go to Arbor Hill. You know. But yeah, so like I said, yo, with this sports shit, we could go on.
Baseball, I think, is the only sport that I did other than boxing. I did baseball. I did a little bit of basketball, but all Dominicans, all we do is play baseball,
Facts.
bro. That's all we're known for
Facts.
is baseball, bro.
Facts.
We breed baseball players, bro.
That's a
Gangster.
fact.
That's funny as hell.
But yeah, we're gonna tap in, you know, a
Yeah.
little more on that. And just moving forward, also, I wanted to touch on a little bit, which is a huge topic. I know for myself, you know, and you can relate because you have a little sister, you have a little brother.
Yeah.
We're raising kids.
Yeah.
And you said something important that unfortunately right now, it's not unfortunate, but you was blessed and given a role to be the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's
you
a
have-
gift and a curse.
Right.
It is.
You know,
It is.
you have little ones looking up to you. You have to help take care of it.
In
You
every
know?
single way. So physically, you know what I mean? Physically, I got to be there. Can't let nobody touch them physically, obviously. I got to make sure they're on point. Spiritually, I got to make sure that they keep their faith in God, right? Financially, I got to make sure they're all set so my brother doesn't go and turn to the streets, right? So I got to make sure that. And then psychologically, as far as I got to make sure they're still on their school grind. My sister's in school. She go to Hudson Valley. And my little brother is about to graduate high school in 2 years. So like you said, it is a gift and a curse. And I take it humbly and I accepted it gracefully. Word.
Fire. I know, once again, you know, just me raising my kids,
Yeah.
speaking on myself, you know, it's not easy, especially being a new father. Well, I have two, but just, you know, no past or prior history of it. But you just live and you learn. You know, you go by experience, you know. When I had my first son, man, I was always worried. What would he look like? Or, you know, what do I do? You know, or how do I be? And you can't really predict that. You just gotta, you know,
Take it day by day.
day by day,
Brick by brick.
brick by brick, and you build it. You build it. That foundation,
Yes.
that's you right there.
And
you know?
the foundation, he said it earlier, the foundation he's given them, it was the principles, the morals, the
Values.
values. Those are the bricks that we're talking about. That's what we're building day by day. That's what he's talking about. He's building day by day in his kids that I see every day. He has a very respectful son. Like aside from him being a savage in the ring, he's extremely respectful. You feel what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, King.
Yeah. And his little son too. He's 4 years old, extremely respectful. He's gonna be a savage too in the ring one day. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him in there. I know you can't wait either.
Nah, yo,
He's gonna be a
it's
beast.
funny because I try to tell my oldest man, he have a little brother, like, and that's just to go back to say, like I told y'all about my older brother. I'm the middle child, so I'm the second oldest. I looked up to my older brother, you know? to a certain extent and point in his life. I wanted to do things he was doing. I followed him in boxing. You know, and I tell my son, like, yo, you got to be careful and watch what you do and say because you have a little brother that's looking up to you. So I feel like it's very important when it comes to raising kids. It all play hand in hand when it comes to community, when it comes to, you know, family, broken family, to create an environment and atmosphere for these youths to have a successful future.
Word is bond.
You know what I mean? We all can say we have different experiences and backgrounds where we experience trauma, pain, hurt, or whatever the case may be, or mental health, but we felt like we was alone or nobody was there with us or for us. So it's important to, you know, touch on all of these topics to try to, my motto is you reach one, each one teach one till you reach one. You feel me?
Word is bond. Word is bond. We have to become aware of the situation for you to heal from the situation, right? So by us bringing these topics to light, you're going to become self-aware. Once you become self-aware, then you can heal from it. And then you can't, that way you don't give all your hurt and all your trauma and all your damage to the next generation. You don't give, I don't want to, all the things I experienced, I don't want my little brother to experience that shit, man. All the things I went through in the hood, man, my little brother's a computer kid. And I want him to be that. So, like we were saying, each one reach one, then we teach, because that's a fact. That's a fact.
Facts.
It's a fact.
But yeah, you know, I'm a
little anxious in this shit right now.
Yo, I feel like, you know, we have a lot of good guests that we're gonna be bringing to y'all. You know, a lot of real nitty gritty conversations and topics we're gonna be bringing to y'all. You know, and this is just the introduction. You know, for myself, my boy Nels. You know, and we just giving y'all the real. That's why it's called Reality Real Talk. You know, and the guests we got coming is real they self. You know, they sturdy, they solid. Some of them are entrepreneurs, very successful. You know, whatever they have going on, they just real good people. You know, whether it's a young lady, a young man, even youth. You know, we're gonna have them all here. You know, to build and have real nitty gritty conversations on reality and real talk.
The topics might be a little uncomfortable.
Yes.
And that's a fact. But that's where we're coming in. You feel me? That's where the reality, real talk comes in. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. It's going to be a little uneasy. But that's why we're bringing it to you guys. Because that's the value. That's where the value is going to come in. That's where the healing is going to come in. And that's where even the entertainment is going to come in, man. Keep it 100.
Facts.
We're bomb.
So, you know, just stay posted. You know, stay in tune. You know, thank you and welcome you to this journey that we about to have y'all come on with us. Reality Real Talk Podcast. Oh, yeah.